Dallas, Texas, and the Texas State Fair. And for the better part of a century, the Sooners and Longhorns have defined conferences, national titles, and how regions of the country are perceived based on the outcome of this game. When these two meet, everybody pays attention. Little gets the blood boiling. Quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. The Sooners will kick it away to start. And he's coming out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Longhorns offense will get the first swing of the game. Guys, this rivalry has been intense, and over the years, there's always a back and forth with these offenses.
And they live so close near each other in proximity, obviously. They go to the same high schools. They visit the same school, Jesse. This game always means a lot.
Yeah, look, it's Boomer, Sooner, and Hook'em, right? This is one of the best rivalry games in all of college football. There's just always a different energy when these two teams meet.
Second down coming up. They'll go to the ground. Fights off a defender. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. You go back over the history of this rivalry, and there's certainly been close games, but there have also been a large number of blowouts, and we had one last year for the Horns, David.
And I think as a Texas fan, you better understand that, because when you win big the year before, OU is going to come out with their hair on fire, Jesse, ready to make a statement.
When I think back to last year's game, the thing that impressed me so much about Texas was that they stepped up and brought their A-game to the ballpark in the Red River rivalry, one of the biggest games of the year. Let's see who's going to step up in this one today.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around and make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense creating the tackle for a loss on first down.
The Longhorns racing to the line in the hurry-up. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
And I think on that last run play on third down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They've got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. Screen, by definition, is slow developing. That was just a little too slow.
Yeah, quarterback just held on to it a split second too long. You want to invite the rush.
And the ball is intercepted. Taking it the other way. Inside the 10. Touchdown Sooners. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return.
I mean, you talk about coming out of the defense and setting the tone and letting them know it's going to be a long game. Let's do this. How about a pick six on the first possession? Nice job by the defense coming out and striking first in this ball game.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. First down here for the offense. On the option. The pitch. Just finds that little crevice, and he's still up. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. They've really performed at an elite level in conference play, and that'll build your confidence as we continue through this SEC season.
This was a team that was really motivated in the offseason coming into this one, and they knew the challenge ahead of them, but they also know how talented they are. And, David, they're putting that on display each and every week here in SEC play.
And let's pump the brakes, because if they're happy with what they've done so far, they're going to have some losses. Like, this is a tough league. The SEC is not easy to navigate. They're going to have to continue to grow and get better, but it's a heck of a start.
They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. And the Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're going to ride this running back. Pulled down after a pickup of 4 to the 27.
You know, I know that wasn't a big gainer, but that's going to set some stuff up later for this offense. Trying to run the football and get it established is huge because play-action pass is a big part of what they try to do when they're throwing the ball.
On the option. Now the pitch. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picks up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch? The Longhorns have moved it inside the 20. They're getting this guy lathered up. Fakes his man out. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. The Longhorns want to crank the tempo. Using the quick game. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Out of the gun, the inside give. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Longhorns! And he tacks on the extra point. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. On the move from inside his 5. So he heads out of bounds, and with that return, we'll wrap up the first quarter. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. First down here for the offense. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Well, you got to give the defense a lot of credit on this play because they were doing a nice job understanding who had the football and where they were. So a nice job by the defense rallying around that ball carrier and now not giving up the first down.
Got his man on the right. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
And that's why this guy's a complete running back. He's good between the tackles, he can pass block, but he can also run routes. And we're not just talking about screens or swing routes. This guy gets vertical down the field, and he can run the route tree.
Winner of this game dons the golden hat, but you know, Jesse, only David could wear the golden hat among the 3 of us because there's no way either of us should put a hat on the kind of heads of hair we have.
Well, I've also understood that the hat's like a XXL. We know David's got a big dome, and that's probably the only reason why he would wear it. But I'll tell you what, these players, they think about trying that old sucker on after this game all year long, David.
Yeah, and trophies matter. I mean, this is something at the end of the games people...
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack. And the Sooners will punt this one away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Gets his first one of the day away. Might be a little stiff. They only used him twice in that loss a week ago. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
When you're running up the middle, you got so many big boys on the inside. When you run this toss out wide, it's nice because you get away from all the beef. You get to get on the perimeter, make some of those little guys make some tackles out wide. The running back really appreciates when you give him some tosses.
They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Line getting set on 2nd down. The option look. He'll pitch it. Thrust that arm out. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
It's really frustrating when you get a guy in his spot. He's in the hole. He's there to do his job. And you can't get the guy on the ground. That's your job. Get him on the ground. You know, especially a guy that's not a huge back. You got to make that tackle. You can't make it easy on the offense when now they got a manageable situation.
That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. And the Longhorns are moving quickly down the field.
You know, that's a good decision, I think, to go for it on fourth down because you're in the middle of the field. Even if you don't get it, your defense isn't in an awful position running back on, but they were able to get the fourth and keep the drive alive. Let's see what they do next.
They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the first down. The Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. Comes out throwing on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Watts. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Got it set up on the outside. He is down at the one. A terrific run after the throw and catch. And the Longhorns in the hurry-up. A first down run in the red zone. Trying to get in the end zone, and the ball is loose. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Trying to punch it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Texas! And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now.
And he breaks into the open. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield, 1st and 10. Got him downfield. Finds a crease at the 20. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He's looking to throw. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. Here's the return from inside his 10. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. All teed up and ready to go here in the second half. And he takes this from inside. And he loses the ball deep in his own end. It's recovered by the kicking team, and they'll steal a possession. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. And man, David, you couldn't ask for any better starting field position than this. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Longhorns! And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Wide receiver shows motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Offense gets set for second down. To the ground with the back. They tried it again and got the same result. They'll get nothing and like it. Now they're looking at a third down.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
He makes the catch. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. The Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to go up top on first down. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Great job on the back end in coverage. DB staying in the hip pocket of the target and was able to swat that ball away.
The give to the tailback. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. From the gun, wants to pass. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. They've got it at the 41, third and short, trying to keep the chains moving. They'll run the option. Quick toss. Bulldozes his way through. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Looking to move it through the air. Can't make the catch. It's incomplete, and that drop might have cost them a big play on first down. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. Quarterback checking the play. On second down, just keeps firing. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. The Longhorns will hustle to the line. They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. And the fourth option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one. So first down didn't exactly go according to plan. Let's see what they can dial up on second down.
Reese, I got him right where I want him. Okay, I'm going to throw the football. Now I can get back in shotgun. Let's forget the running game stuff. We're going to play a little pitch and catches.
And they will score! Touchdown, Texas! No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Makes the catch down the right side. He's loose. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Oklahoma. What a grab and go for the score.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Here comes the Texas offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
They'll try the run. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20. So 3rd and short from inside the 20. You convert here, and this drive takes on a different complexion. From the shotgun, the inside give. Gets the job done on 3rd down as he gets it to the 25 before he's brought down.
Well, as a defense, you know this is going to be a challenge every time you face this offense. They're one of the 25 best in the nation at getting first downs because they can pick them up in a variety of ways, including running the football. You have got to be physical when facing off against this offense.
Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Quarterback will audible. They'll switch it up here and look to throw. Fires to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And you got to love the versatility of the big fella. You put him in the box and let him block big defensive linemen, or you put him in the slot and you throw him the football and have success.
He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. The Longhorns are on the move. Now they'll run it to the right here.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Now on 2nd down, they want to keep moving forward and keep that clock churning. The pull and throw off the RPO. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. And the Longhorns will call on their punt team. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. They go to the draw. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Ball in the air. Intercepted. He was thinking big return. Didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Here comes the option. And it's slipped out.
That's what I'm talking about. Keep fighting, right? This game ain't over yet. Like, you still got an opportunity. Does it look good? No. But now, I got the ball back. Great job by the defense forcing the turnover. Now, let's see if we can go out and make this thing interesting, put some plays together, maybe get an onside kick. Who the heck knows?
They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own.
And the freshman will chalk up a sack. The Sooners moving quickly to the line. Looking to pass on second down. Flushed out of the pocket. At the 45 on his way. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. Looking to throw for it. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Sanchez. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. And the Sooners will snap it on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Quickly to the tight end. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. The Sooners have pushed it inside the 20. On 2nd down, looking to throw. They're trying to get to it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. After the incompletion on 2nd down, it's 3rd and inches. Wants to throw on 3rd down. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Oh, picked off. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make it?
The expressway is wide open. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. That's the way to start a drive. Now they'll snap it just shy of midfield. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. And they knocked him down almost immediately. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. Bringing it back. Really nice focus by this sophomore, and he jumped on his chance to make a play.
Well, there's no quitting this defense, I'll give him that. Obviously, they're trailing here late in the game. It seems like the opponent's going to win, but still, they've got guys out there playing the way they're coached to play. They're playing with outstanding effort, trying to make plays to claw their team back in the game.
He'll throw one to his right. Running toward the tape. Touchdown Sooners! Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a 1-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
So just over 90 seconds to go, and this game's probably going to come down to whether they can recover this onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. So that defense keeps the lead right where it is and a chance to build on it, David.
Yeah, the defense did a great job. Now, the offense, you know what you're going to get from this defense. They have to be aggressive. They're trying to get the football back later in the game, Jesse.
Because they're going to be so aggressive too, David, you know, on offense now, you have a chance to break one maybe. In the run game or finding a one-on-one matchup in the passing game to really pad the lead.
They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
Yeah, and not a surprise by this offense, right? This is a game management type situation. I want to run the football. I want to run the clock. The clock is my friend with the lead late in the fourth quarter, inside of a minute. I'm going to keep this ground game going and make you have to look at that clock continue to tick.
They've already converted a fourth down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
What a momentum-changing play. Just when they needed to get the takeaway, he steps up with a massive interception, now gives his team a chance to regain the lead here in the fourth quarter.
Slides away. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. He spikes it, clock stops as they try to rally late. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Great job of timing the blitz and calling it at a perfect moment when the offense was going to drop back and throw. They're able to get to him, hit him. They don't get the sack, but they do affect his accuracy, and it falls incomplete.
Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Guys, you want to be productive here and not go into a shell, but you've got to take care of the ball.
Yeah, and I think you say productive, Reese. Productive at this point in the game is running the clock and getting first down. So, Jesse, I can expect this defense to be aggressive.
Oh, look out. There he goes. And he crosses the goal line for the late touchdown, and that one just might finish this baby off.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail beat Coughlin. Great execution by this offense to put this game away.
Looks like he's going to try to return it. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Here comes the offense on 1st down. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. This game always brings out the best in both teams, but today, Jesse, Texas' best was a little better.
And this is a win for them that's going to help their recruiting. Coaches are going to get paid for. But most importantly, David, Texas gets bragging rights for another whole year.
A whole year of bragging. And a whole